It feels like it's been a while since I did this. I have a practice of not checking messages very often. I'm not really on any kind of social media or very active because I know I'm prone to really care too much about what people say or think about me. So I don't know how long it's been since I posted one of these, but I do know it's been a while since I jotted down the thoughts that I have for today. And they've just been sitting in my Google task list, and I've just moved them every day to the next day. But today is the day that I just felt like I needed to revisit kind of these thoughts that came a while ago, which is interesting because today it is freezing outside. Where I live, it's not freezing very often, and when it is, it's usually not cold very long. And I prefer that. I am not a cold weather person. If it's cold, I don't want to be outside, especially if it's windy, especially if there's like moisture in the air. I just don't like to be cold, mainly because it takes me forever to warm up when I do get cold. So I am snuggled up inside with my heater, with my coffee, with all the things to keep me warm. But I much prefer being outside and feeling the sun and all of that, which is why most of the time when I do these, I like to be outside. But I just haven't been able to. But it is January. No, it's not January yet. It's December 30th. So it's probably cold a lot of places and for a lot of people. And some people have had to deal with the cold a lot longer than I have. So I don't have much to complain about. But it is interesting because the word that kept coming to mind as I was kind of processing this new way of thinking was capacity. And I just was thinking about my capacity as a person, as a mom, as a wife, and just what determines my capacity. And then kind of thinking through, there have been times in my life where I felt like I was needing to increase my capacity or grow and challenged to grow in my capacity. Sometimes adding something means taking something away. In fact, in my opinion, it often means that. But there have been very few times where I have felt like there needed to be a growing in me to have a greater capacity. So I kind of started to ask and wonder, how do I know when my capacity needs to change? And do I wait on a crisis to kind of highlight or elevate the need to do that? Or are there other ways that can help me determine that my capacity needs to change? And really, I just kind of felt like sometimes it's not my capacity that needs to change, but it's the energy that I'm giving to things. So like, am I giving too much energy to certain relationships or to certain responsibilities that could thrive on less to increase my capacity in other areas? So I have 4 kids. So when one of my children needs my capacity for them to grow, is another one really thriving and taking on more, that I need to encourage that independence and support in different ways than I did a year ago. That might be necessary. And coming into a new year and looking at the calendar, there's only so many days in a year. There's only so many hours. But our capacity and the energy that we give and the energy that we receive is not as finite as the time. So I'm learning to kind of ask, where is my capacity too much? Where is it not enough? and how can it grow, and how can I encourage the relationships that I have to grow in appropriate ways, so that their capacity can be appropriate for what it's needed. So as you're looking at the new year, I don't know if that is helpful, but it's helpful to me. And my hope and my prayer is really that my capacity be a reflection of how my life is being used and how it is being invested in other lives and for eternity. And I hope the same for you. I hope that crisis is not what determines the capacity that you decide to have or decide to change. I hope that there will be moments of stillness and silence to listen, and hope that you enjoy the process. And if there are things that need to deconstruct, to be undone, in order for that to happen, then I encourage you and me to do that. But I hope that you're warm, and I hope that 2026 is a great year. And if whenever you find this, it's not the beginning of 2026 and it's the middle and it's been a disaster, it's not too late. It's not too late to change your capacity, or to think about it differently. And as you do, I will be praying for you. And yeah, here's to 2026.